Hello friends, this is Russian Torts here, and as you can tell, it's time for another monthly update. But before we get started, I want to say a big thanks to you guys for feedback on the last video. You guys seem to really, mostly, like the little bit of attitude in that video, so I'm gonna try to keep that up in future videos. And for those of you that are saying you are so mean, that's how customer service is. You have to kind of talk behind customers' backs so that you're able to enjoy it. But let's get started with this monthly update. So, as always, green corner of the desk comes first. So as you can see, has been a couple of changes. First of all, there's no more mason jar over there with dying Anubias in it. Instead, I've put the Anubias in with the Betta. And yeah, so the Betta aquarium, as you can see, looks a lot more green now. That's because in the back left there, I've added a Java fern. Just because I want another easy to grow plant. The stem plants were not doing too well. And in the front right here I've added the Anubias from the mason jar aquarium. Now, as you can see, I had to cut off some of the old leaves because they were dying, so the stems at the bottom there are cut out. And as you can also see, I've added 2 assassin snails. There's one of them right there in the middle of the screen to kind of help deal with the snail problem in this aquarium, because I guess for some reason on the plants or something there are snails, and now there's a lot of these little snails, as you can see throughout on the back of the aquarium there. So I'm hoping the assassin snail is going to help with that. Then also, now that I've added more plants, the shrimp seem to be out and about a lot more. So I've also added 2 more mano shrimp. There's one of them right there, swimming back there, cleaning some algae, just because mano shrimp are great for helping to keep the Anubias and the other plants clean. Now the single amano shrimp in here is still kicking, as you can see, just disappearing behind the skull on the right side there. This aquarium really hasn't changed too much. The dwarf sword in there is doing pretty well actually. I'm pretty surprised at how well this aquarium is still doing, considering that it's not getting a lot of light and I'm not really doing a lot of maintenance to it. I don't think I've done a water change in this aquarium for like 2 months. I've just been topping it up, but the shrimp seems to be doing well. So yeah, overall I'm a lot more happy with this corner of my desk now. The Betta aquarium is actually fun to look at. I have a lot of movement in there. Have the Betta, have the shrimp. Probably gonna add the cherry shrimp in there soon. And yeah, also as you'll notice, I've added a little thermometer for the aquarium. These were pretty cool. They came in a pack of 2. I got one for my axolotl, one for my Betta, for 10 bucks with no shipping cost on Amazon, because I have Amazon Prime. Arrived within 2 days. Really can't complain for 5 bucks a piece. So yeah, just a little probe in the aquarium there. It was 68 degrees in there, as you can tell, which is way too cold. Bettas need about 80 degrees, at least 75 degrees Fahrenheit. So only reason I don't have a heater in there is because if I pop a heater in there, it's probably going to get too hot, just because we have summer here now, and this room's going to get warm pretty soon. But I'm rambling on. That's that corner of the desk, so let's move on to the axolotl Mudkip. Now, as you can see, Mudkip's still in the same plastic tub. Only change is that it now has a thermometer measuring the temperature, which as you can see is at 65 degrees today, which is pretty perfect, to be honest. Anything under 70 degrees, and I think it was above 55 or something, is good for them. So I'm pretty happy with this temperature. And today we're going to feed Mudkip some shrimp pellets. These are just pellets not for shrimp, but made out of shrimp, usually for cories and other bottom feeders. They sink, so the axolotl will be able to just pick them off the ground of the aquarium, which is pretty cool. And yeah, it's just easier to feed than getting the frozen food out of the freezer, and it's a pretty good nutritional value as well, and it's a lot cheaper because this big box of shrimp pellets only cost me $4.99, so pretty cheap to feed the axolotl this. Also, I apologize if he looks a little bit yellow right now. I think that's just the light choice, the light, to be honest. And you can already tell that food's coming here. He's a little bit excited. So let's see. There we go. So as you can see, no problem eating the shrimp pellets. There are some more. And probably ate some of the duckweed while he was at it, but that's okay. And the rest are just at the bottom of the aquarium. He'll just pick those off when he feels like it. But yeah, that's Mudkip, who will be needing a bigger aquarium pretty soon. He's getting really big. I think he's almost reached his length is almost the width of the aquarium. So he really needs an upgrade. Funnily enough, he can still fit in that tiny little hut. I don't know how he does it, but he folds himself in there, and it's pretty hilarious to see sometimes. But yeah, he's going to get an upgrade soon. I just got to find a 20-gallon long aquarium somewhere, which, believe it or not, is actually pretty difficult to do. Alrighty, now for Petula, my Russian tortoise. As you can see, she's been a little bit rambunctious. I don't know how you pronounce it, but she's been tearing up her cage. As you can see, the plants are all a little bit vandalized because she keeps knocking over the flower pots right now and climbing into them, and it's yeah. So she's doing well. Very active right now, as you can tell, eating like a champ. So honestly, I think her weight's gonna have increased a lot. But yeah, let's go figure that one out. So previous months she was 1,233 grams. So I think it's gonna have gone up. So you guys make a bet, and let's see. And wow, I was very wrong. Her weight actually went down by 80 grams. So that's a little bit weird to me. Maybe it's because she's moving more, she's burning more calories, but I'm definitely going to have to keep an eye on that. So Petula's at 1,153 grams. So 1,153 grams, as you can see, down by exactly 80 grams. So that's quite a big drop. I'm going to have to see what she's like next month. Maybe that warrants a visit to the vet. Warrants a visit to the vet. We'll have to see. As for her food right now, this is what I'm giving her today. It's essentially spring mix. I think it's organic field greens, so it's spring mix without spinach, which is pretty good. So yeah, just a mix of field greens, and obviously her dried herbs that I sprinkle on top. So you can see that's some dandelion there. I don't know what else is in there. I think some Timothy hay and whatnot, and calcium powder. And as you can see, it's a pretty big plate, but usually she finishes this each day. So let's put that in there, and that's all for you to enjoy, Petula. And on to the last animal of the bunch, Shinigami over here. Now Shinigami, I don't think ate a rat in all of May, so again, I think her weight went down. We'll see if I'm right or wrong, like with Petula. Her cage didn't change at all. Same old, same old. She just hasn't really been eating. She's a funny snake. She really only wants to eat when she feels like it. I can't put a rat in there when she's not exploring. She has to be out and about and exploring, otherwise she's not going to eat the rat. So let's see where her weight's at. Alrighty, here we go. Alright, well, let's try that again. Shinigami didn't fall on the ground, don't worry. She just fell on the chair over here. She's not making this easy on me right now. She's just all sort of stretched out. I kind of want her to curl up a little bit, so it makes it easier to put in this container in here. 1,610 grams. Alright, 1,610 grams it is. Which, look at that, is actually a 2-gram increase from last month, even though she didn't eat anything. So, oh, and Shinigami is now typing on the keyboard. Alright, okay, what's going on? Alright, 1,610 grams it is. Alright, so already know the title of this video. It's gonna be my monthly update. I dropped my snake, apparently. Because that's what happens, oh my lord. Don't really know what she's doing right now. There we go. So, that concludes this monthly update. In related news, I went on a camping trip with my girlfriend. I don't know if you guys have Instagram and you're following me on Instagram, you know about that because I uploaded some pictures. And we actually just booked a flight to Germany this winter. So she's gonna come visit my folks in December, which is pretty cool. I am pretty excited about that. But also I've been busy with school. I actually have a midterm later today that I haven't really studied for. Busy with school, work and everything, so videos have been kind of the opposite of fast and furious. So slow and the opposite of furious, I guess. So videos have not really been coming out. Apologize for that, but I don't see that really changing in the foreseeable future, just because I'm a little bit busy. I'm applying for jobs right now as well, so you know, life's busy. But with that being said, I do want to try to make some more, so we'll see how that goes. But for now, that's been this monthly update. I'll thank you guys for watching, and you'll get to see me abuse my animals some more in the future, I guess, by dropping them on the floor. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. Otherwise, thank you guys for watching, and we shall see you guys next time.